So you came, Kazuya. I've been waiting for you. How do you know my name? That Sphinx was constantly shouting it, so I thought for sure that was the name of the person coming to save her. Is that magical beast really so important to you? So important that you'd get yourself wrapped up in all this trouble without second thought? Humans truly are fascinating. I would like to get to know you better, so why don't you come here? Oh my, what a dangerous thing you have pointed at me. I thought we were here to have a conversation. I wonder if you might lower your weapon for me, so that in the interest of making our dealings fair for both parties, of course. We can lower our weapon for now. I like it when they're obedient. We're both smart enough to know that fighting won't help either of us, so best to avoid such barbarism. My, there's no need to be so stiff. You want to have Sphinx released, yes? If you fulfill my request, I will respond in kind. That's what it means to have a fair transaction. Let's see. Next, I would like you to kneel before me, naked, as if you were a retainer serving their liege. What? Naked? It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Most of the humans who managed to avoid the fairies to reach this place came here to plead for their return to the human realm. Casting aside one's clothes as a sign of good faith when paying respect to a queen is the most appropriate action one can take. In other words, it's showing good manners to me as a human. Your request is not too different from the others I've received, is it? So will you show me some good faith? Refuse. If you select to do it, that's it. It's game. Stop messing with me. I'm not going to accept any more requests than this. I only have one request. Use that purple jewel set into your staff to release Sphinx. I see. It would seem some meddler has been putting ideas in your head about me. And to think you even know about this jewel. It would seem it's pointless to try keeping up appearances now. You leave me no choice. Judging by the strength of the magic cloud around you, I don't think there will be any need to hold back. Though I'm reluctant to do such a thing, I, Queen Titania of the Fairies, shall assume my true form and battle you with my full power. Ugh. What's that? That's less like a butterfly and more like... Yeah, but that's all the more reason to be careful. The flying abilities of flies in the insect world are said to be so good it makes you wonder whether they've got ESP. If she moves so fast you lose track of her, put all of your focus on evasion. That way you'll at least avoid getting hit. And this shall do it. Gah! The staff Titania is holding took a direct hit. The purple jewel has fallen to the ground. Titania scrambled to pick it up, but perhaps because of how quickly she returned to her normal form, she's unable to compose herself. Now, Kazuya! This is our chance to grab the jewel! Right. Sphinx? Sphinx? I thought the fairies had you! That's it. You've done well, big cat. The jewel is now mine! Huh? You! Hey, Kazuya! Good job! Thanks to you, I got to see Titania's frown! To think a human could actually bring the magic idol Titania to her knees. Looks like you were telling the truth, big cat! Of course I was. There's no way Kazuya would lose to that lady. How is she talking? So that really was you. After finding out he knew about my personality and the jewel, I knew it had to be your doing. Just how many times do you have to humiliate me before you're satisfied, Oberon? Huh? Yeah! My bad for lying to you, Kazuya. That's right, I am the king of the fairies, the great Oberon. I erased that Puck Fairy a long time ago, around the time he messed up. It hasn't been easy, you know. It wasn't just my form I changed. I erased all traces of my magic too. Even you didn't notice, Titania. You thought you could boss someone as great as me around forever? This is my chance to thoroughly embarrass you. Hey, big cat, I'll give you the jewel as I promised. If you put it in your body, you'll be able to get anything you want. Now, make a wish with all your might. What is it that you want? The thing I want Kazuya. No, I want the power to make Kazuya submit to me. Hold on. What are you saying, Sphinx? Don't get confused, Kazuya. I love everyone in my room, and I know everyone cares for each other. But I really do want you. I want to have you all to myself, so no one can get in the way, and no one can steal your heart. But I know that's selfish. I know that's not what you want. I know it's not fair of the others who want you as well. But that's when I heard about the jewel from Oberon, and so I thought I'd make a certain bet with him. Bet? To put it simply, it was a bet about whether or not you come to save the big cat. But it all hinged on you getting the jewel. I was hanging around the entrance of the distortion waiting for you so I could tell you about the big cat and the jewel, though I didn't expect you to flatten me. To be blunt, you have no connection to the me that's connected to this fairy realm. If you'd done nothing, I would have stayed imprisoned here forever. Because the me of this world never met you. I only thought to come talk to you about this world after you'd form a bond with the other Sphinx. But you came anyway, even though there was nothing in it for you. You went out of your way to come save me. I guess I should take that as your agreement to elope with me, right? Wait! That's a hell of a leap in logic! Anyway, that guy's trying to trick you. Forget all that stupid stuff and get back the jewel. Then we can go back home together. No. I want to live here together with you. That's what I'm going to use the jewel for. What foolishness! The jewel doesn't have any power to grant wishes. It's just another of Oberon's lies. Eh? That jewel was a sacred tool belonging to the former head of my family, Kronos. There's no telling what will happen if a demon or human tries to use it. That's why it was entrusted to me, so it wouldn't be misused. It's fine for one of his descendants like me, but I don't know what will happen if an ordinary demon uses it. Don't let her fool you, big cat. She just wants her jewel back, so she's pretending to be flustered as she lies to you. To put it simply, all you have to do is take that jewel into your body. Do that, and Kazuya will officially be yours. Hurry up and spit out the jewel, Sphinx. Don't let him trick you any more than he already has. Can I just say one thing? Thing is, I've talked a little too much. And now my fangs are stuck in the jewel. Sorry, I just can't give it back. Sphinx! Who's there? Who dare shout my name? Huh? What appeared in front of me, after the flash of light had subsided, was an unbelievably large, dark-skinned, magical beast. But Sphinx was there just a moment ago. It appears I've been asleep for a long time, as it feels like this is the first time I've opened my eyes in a long while. Just where am I? You're... I am Sphinx, the guardian of this place by the orders of Lady Hera. Is what should be the case, but this doesn't appear to be Mount Pickham. Hast thou summoned me here, child of Mun? Huh? Sphinx? Don't you recognize me? Yeah! What Sphinx swallowed was the purple adamant. It's a mineral chaos infused with the power of time and space. Through the reversal of space-time, Sphinx has reverted back to her old form. Back to the wise form she had when she was guarded Mount Pickham. So of course there's no way she'd remember who you are anymore, idiot! Oberon, why did you do all this behind my back? Did you use that magical beast knowing that would happen? Did you really know all that about the jewel in Sphinx's true form? Ah, my beloved wife, Titania. Of course I made these plans knowing all that. I also based them on the fact that humans are the only things you pay attention to. I didn't think an intelligent beast from the demon realm could have actually been reincarnated as an idiot. But thanks to you, she jumped at my offer. In other words, you tricked Sphinx? Used her desire to make me into her food? Come on now, don't make it sound so dishonorable. I helped her dream come true, you know? Now she finally has the power to make her beloved submit. You and her can get lovey-dovey all you want. I see. I understand the situation now. I love this child of man, and in order to make those feelings a reality, I took this form. And apparently the previous me was not overly intelligent. It's likely I requested Lady Hera change me into a form on par with the children of men, and I connected with this person enough to want to discard that form. He does have a curious look about him, and I was only recently wishing to obtain the knowledge of carnal relations with a human body. Don't be alarmed. I won't do anything bad to thee. I'm well aware of how frail humans are, so I'll drain thee gently. Sphinx appears. Stop, Kazuya! You can't beat Sphinx the way you are now! Right now we gotta run! I know that. I can tell just by the aura she gives off. This demon is on a whole other league to all the ones I've encountered so far. It doesn't look like I'll be any match through her with my current equipment. Is there really no way? Is there no way to make her release the jewel? I see. So your name is Kazuya. I can see thou hast great skill. Thou art one with extraordinary power. I shall ask thee a single question. It appears mine previous form was infatuated with thee, but what were thine own feelings? Did thou and mine former self harbor mutual feelings of love and affection? I do not mind if thou dost not wish to answer. Laying matters of the heart bare to others is no easy ask for anyone. In which case, I shall confirm the truth of this matter with my own hands. Obey my commands, O Kazuya. Run! Just as I thought. She's not chasing us. Let's retreat for now. Yeah! Where do you think you're running? You've got no hope of bringing this one down. Sphinx. And I have no way of getting getting Cheshire here again. She's the one that tells you what the solution is. Okay, here we go. In order to get back to this site, I had to reset the public data. So, alright, what do you have to say? This is horrible. To think he'd let that kind of savage beast sit in front of my throne like that, doing whatever it pleases. I told you before, Kazuya, I want the impudent demon gone. I don't care whether you take her back to the human realm or whatever. Just get her out of here. I'll postpone the plans you and I had for now. Hurry up and get that magical beast out of this building, got it? She's a pretty selfish queen. It was her willingness to let Sphinx go home that caused this mess in the first place. I can kind of understand why Puck's or Oberon's marriage to her is on the rocks. Now that she's lost her jewel, there's nothing Titania can do to me, and she knows it. That's why she's so irritable. In other words, she won't be of any help to us. Oh well, let's find some other way to deal with this situation. Alright, here we go. Hey, what happened? You'd only just gone in the fight to Titania when you both ran out together, looking all flustered. I've been staying here this whole time, so I don't really know what went on in there. You mind filling me in? Huh, so that was Sphinx. You've gotten yourself in another fine mess, huh? There's literally nothing you can do. The horse is really bolted on this one. I'd really like to give you some helpful info, but all I know about Sphinx is what the legends say. The one and only human to have her ever beaten Sphinx is that Oedipus, the character who killed his father. He was so unbound to the fate prescribed by the oracle with no way to resist it. Sphinx killed herself according to the legend, but in reality he managed to bring her down with a terrifying power. One theory is that he was said to have that power. Of course, you've come this far, so you have no intention of relying on that, do you? I'm not sure what advice I can tell you. If there's anything you'd like to know about her time in that form, asking the person in question would be the fastest way to find out, right? But right now Sphinx is already... What are you talking about? Don't you have all sorts of ways to meet up with Sphinx in her old form? Ideally, it'd be the one before she had anything to do with you. Let's see. Wouldn't it work if you met her before she came to my room? Using an intervention to get into the past would work, but I think there's an even simpler method close by. You've got all sorts of options. This is about the extent of how useful I can be. Good luck, Kazuya. Alright. So you need to leave the EX world. And... oh shit, I can't get back! Oh lord, I can't get back. That's gonna be problematic. Alright, so what she was talking about was you need to go to the Lion Riddler. And hopefully this will work. I think you can skip the preamble. Sphinx-chan! Hey! Alright, Kazuya-kun, it's Riddle battle time! Riddle battle! Time to play! Time to play! Well, wait! There's something I'd like to ask you about before we start. Something you'd like to ask? Will you play with me after that? Of course! Truth is, I got a little bit of a problem. And that's the whole story. The Yuhus returned to their old form can't even remember me, let alone the reason why you were reincarnated as an idiot. If I go along with what that form wants, it won't make anyone happy. In fact, it'll lead to the opposite. I somehow need to get that jewel back from her. But it'd be pointless to use force against her, so I'd like you to tell me if there's anything that might be effective against that old you. I get the gist of what you're saying, but something seems off. Off? It's true that I mostly don't have the memories of my past life, but those memories are about the events that happened to me. I still remember most of the things about me personally. That makes me wonder whether that Sphinx has actually transformed into the old me. Huh? What do you mean? For example, you said that that old form used the word mine for my a lot, right? But I'm pretty sure the old me used to just say my. She probably thought that mine made her sound a lot more cool and started practicing so she could use it more naturally. Also, though I was interested in humans, I wasn't allowed to attack them unless they come to answer questions, and only then if they failed to answer my riddles. You would have said she asked something about mutual love? I mean, that's not even a riddle. Back then, I was mega straight-laced, so I would never have acted outside of Lady Hera's orders, even if I weren't on Mount Pick'em anymore. So what you're saying is that she hasn't completely changed back to the old Sphinx, and she still has her current memories? Probably, at least that's what it seems from what you told me. It doesn't seem likely that she's got all her old memories back. And no matter how you look at it, the whole thing about love she asked about was just her way of fishing for info. She wanted to know if you accepted her new form. Why not just leave her be? Huh? She's still you, though! I mean, I do understand the feeling of wanting to keep the person you like all to yourself, But like you said, it's not going to make anyone happy. Also, if she still has the memories from this time, I think leaving her alone will get her pretty frazzled. Don't forget she took that form for your sake. Go kill some time by having a nap or drinking some tea. After you've left her by herself for a while, go back and answer her question. Tell her you're not interested in her as she is now. Sphinx is deep in thought, wearing a serious expression she doesn't normally show. It's like she's a totally different person than her usual bright and bubbly self. It feels like she might be trying to take responsibility for a blunder of her other self. And it seems like she's really starting to regret her suggestion to leave that other Sphinx alone. I reach out and softly stroke her head. What are you doing all of a sudden? But still, it's like I'm a pet cat. My body's unconsciously taking a submissive pose. Brr, brr. Thanks for answering my crazy questions, Sphinx. Thanks to you, it seems like I now have a way to deal with the situation. If I think about it, asking someone to tell me about their weakness and how to deal with them is pretty unreasonable. Not at all. I mean, you asked me with such a serious look in your face, there's no way I could have messed around with you. Stroke my neck more. Kazuya continued petting Sphinx for a while until she seemed satisfied and left. So I should leave her alone for a while, and then go back to her after some time has passed. It's a method she herself thought up, so I'll give it a try. Only problem is timing. When I should go back and see her? I need to think of some way to get a good vantage to spy on the inside of those ruins in the fairy realm. Alright. Well, that was saved in the public data, so let's see. I think I have this save point is in the right spot, so let's go here. Yes, this should do nicely, I hope. Okay, she's asking if we want to go spy on Sphinx. Okay, she's already to this point. So normally, she's just going to sit there silently. And what you have to do is you have to drink tea or go take a nap, like Sphinx said, until you get to this point. Sphinx is singing something. Wow, what a beautiful voice. I think that's the thing high-level demons do to help them ponder something. It's magic that lets them reproduce music or songs they've heard using their voice. I guess Sphinx is the kind of girl who sings to herself when she's alone or in the bath or whatever. Wait a second. Kazuya, what's wrong? You got a super serious look on your face. That's Sparkle. One of Nina's tunes. The old Sphinx from ancient times shouldn't know one of Nina's tunes. And Sparkle is one of her recent ones, too. Only the Sphinx I met could possibly know it. Now I know for sure this is the Sphinx I know. I think it's time for me to go see her. Is that enough, Kazuya? If so, let's go back before we're spotted. And finally, all of that just to get us back to this point where it's time. Yep, enough time should have passed, so we'll continue from here.